Hi everyone, this is Dari KH from NetCloud for All. I have a CCNA and CCMP and CCIE written. I just need to give you the idea today about some basic knowledge before to start talking about router and the switch. Before to start, we have to know the differences between the certification. You have to know where are you first. Where is the CCNA, which subject I take after CCNA, what am I planning. You have to take care for all those things. First of all, CCNA, then after when you finish, and the name is right now is Ccna X version 2. Okay, now this certification talking about router and switch. Only, yes, router and switch, or basic router and switch. Okay, after that, I heard before a lot of certification, which is they call Ccna Security, Ccna Voice over IP, or Ccna actually Voice, the correct name, and Ccna Service Provider, Ccna Wireless, Ccna Designer as well, a lot of things. So what the benefit for all those things? Okay, because after when you finish CCNA, there is a lot of new iOS from Cisco, and there is a two very famous iOS from Cisco. One they call ASR, and another one they call ASR. What the different? ISR is Integrity Services Router, and ASR is All-in-One Services Router. What the idea here? The ISR router and the family for this guy, it is 1800 and 2800 and 3800. This device is not support only routing, no, support wireless, support voice, support service provider configure, support as well advanced security as well, support a lot of things. That's why CCNA is not really enough for you to manage everything inside your router. Why? Because there is a big part security, there is a big part voice, call manager, there is a big part as well service provider and wireless. So Cisco suggests maybe much more better for you if you need to continue with the devices or to manage the devices, much more better to keep going with the CCNA Security, which is keep going with the router. Ccna Security keep going with the router and switch. But it will be help you to use the router as a security device. It will be help you to use the switch as a inspection device, like firewall device as well. I mean, the router can use firewall as well. How about the Ccna Voice? It's help you to use the router and switch as well. Actually, is more focused with the core switch as a call manager, for example, as a call manager, as a voice gateway. Router it will be used as a voice gateway. Service provider configure. How can you use the router? And switch. Router and the switch as well. As a MPLS device, multi-protocol label switching. As a frame relay switch, for example. Frame relay switch. And so on, as a PPP, point-to-point protocol, and so on. That's why CCNA, when keep with the Ccna Security, Ccna Voice, it is keep with the router and switching, but show you how can to use those technology inside the router, inside the switch. Okay, I finished now CCNA or Ccna X. Now the next step, what? It depends about what you need. If you want to keep going with the security, you can go for Ccna Security. Okay, after that I finish Ccna Security. What I do? Ccmp Security. Ccmp Security talking about how can to configure ASA firewall, how can to configure IPS, how can to configure router and switching as well, okay, and how can to configure VPN device, or you can use a router as a VPN as well. You can see CCMP or professional level, you will deal with the really device like ASA firewall, IPS intrusion prevention system, and also router and switch at the same time. Okay, second thing, I need to go for Ccmp Voice. Of course, we will deal with the call manager. How can you install the call manager inside the VMware, inside the computer, I mean inside the data center? Okay, it's not router and switch anymore. Okay, you see now, because you are we deal with the professional level CCMP. Okay, I need to go for service provider as well. How can to deal with the PGP protocol, quality of service, all those things. That's why the level for professional, it is not really same CCNA. Any CCNA, just some notes, or you can say is just like a reference. Any CCNA, most of the time we keep with the router and switch. But when you go for CCMP, no, we will deal with the device for firewall, device for the ISP, device for IPS, and so on. If you finish this level, there is another level. It is really very important, and really is supposed to be, maybe you and me as well, is our dream, as they call CCIE. CCIE is an expert level. CCIE is expert level, and this is a really very big value in the war if you have a CCIE. CCIE is an expert level. Each part you have CCIE as well. We have CCIE router and switching. We have a CCIE for voice. We have CCIE for service provider as well. We have CCIE for wireless. We have even CCIE for architecture. We have a CCIE for so many things. But the very important thing, and the the first steps, you can say, in the expert war, you can go for CCIE router and switching. But it depends about what you need. Maybe we keep going. CCNA, I go to Ccna Security, then Ccmp Security, then after that, CCIE Security. I need wireless, CCNA wireless, then after that CCMP wireless, then after that CCIE wireless. Okay, good. This is the normal situation where we are. Of course, we are here at the first level, CCNA, Cisco Certified Network Associate. Remember, if I need to go to any level, should be I follow CCNA Security, Ccmp Security, then go to CCIE Security? Not really. You can jump into any level. Okay, but at least you need, in most of the level, you need at least CCNA. So means you can finish CCNA, maybe later on you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, you can jumping immediately to CCIE, for example. Okay, another thing, all the exam is written. You can just sit down to computer and follow the multiple choice simulation, something like that. Then after that, next around 55 questions. Maybe pass or maybe failed, you will see your result end of the exam immediately. Okay, only the CCIE exam included two types. One they call written and one they call lab. And the Ccie Lab Exam is the most difficult exam in the world. It's very difficult. Okay, the lab, it is 8 hours. Okay, and you have to pay. The exam cost is around $1,500 US. So be careful. If you fail during the 8 hour, you will lose around 1,500. Okay, so this is the most difficult exam in the world. You can check as well in internet. Okay, so where we are in CCNA, the first level here. Good. Before to talking about CCNA, now I understand, maybe later on, what you recommended for me. I don't know. I give you all the CCNA syllabus, all the subject. Later on, you feel yourself, oh, I like security. Keep going with the security. Oh, I like voice. I keep going with the voice, for example. I don't like all the security. I keep going with the router and switch. Go ahead for CCMP and go ahead. So it depends about what you like. Nobody can say to you which one is good for you. Okay? Of course, the marketing sometime it is impact you. Maybe the marketing needs security, you have to follow the security. It depends. Nobody can say which one is good for you. Thank you for your watch, and see you soon for another tutorials. Thank you.